Hey, welcome back to another day, another vlog. Wow, September's finally here. Oh, just probably blew the sound out. It's all happening, a lot to get through. Big shout out to everyone over from Podcast Land, Instagram, and everyone that follows the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, smash that down the bottom. Stay tuned, and we've got a lot to cover today. Let's get into it. Now, look, probably where do I start? Let's start, I think, with something that's been, I guess, a bit disruptive lately. Joe Rogan. It's no simpler way. Biggest podcast on the planet. I actually really enjoy him. I think he is one of the best interviewers that we have at the moment. It's very rare to be able to get someone that can make people feel comfortable enough to sit there and discuss either sensitive issues or issues they're not comfortable talking about that may, I guess, get them in trouble. Here's a way of being able to sit down and connecting with people. And the interviews, if you've never seen one of his shows and interviews, he is the best because he does a fantastic job, and you've really got to give him to that. Now, he copped a lot of grief here in Australia, which is pretty silly. As always, media's just jumped headfirst in and not looked at the other side or clarified anything. They've just gone and posted whatever will sell their fun tickets. And about his COVID. He got COVID-19 and he bounced back within a couple of days. So he did a post and said he'd taken this and that, and either whatever he took doesn't really matter. And they basically jumped on and said he shouldn't be doing this and all that crap without investigating a little bit more. So today he put out, there was a release to Savo on YouTube, how he had a bit of an interview with Tom Segura. He was having a chat during their podcast, and he talked about how it was just crazy, and he doesn't listen to it anyway, but the stuff he was taking was actually prescribed by one of the leading COVID-19 doctors in America at the moment. He had a game plan put together. He's a super fit, healthy dude. He'd had a big night on the grog, then fell crook, and then obviously picked it up then after a show. The drips and stuff he was taking was vitamin C, high doses of vitamin C straight in the bloodstream, as well as some other tablets under advisory from a doctor. It wasn't just him just pumping just crazy horse whatever they were saying. He actually had a game plan. He talked to a professional doctor, a very highly regarded switched on doctor, and had a game plan. And because he was healthy and they got to it fast and they worked hard really fast and he got rest and sat down, he didn't do anything, he did all the right things as well as being a healthy person, that is why he bounced back. So good to see him come out and clarify it and give his side of the story and some actual facts behind it. And I guess it's a good one. Just there's a lot of crap on there on the whatever you watch or wherever you watch it about COVID-19. It's one of those trickiest, I think that's the trickiest part about this disease, is getting actual truthful information. It's something I guess you just got to be careful and take it as what you understand. If you don't understand, I guess do some reading and some research and look at the other side and the backgrounds before things. So I think it was pretty good. I said I'm a big fan of his. I think he's probably the best interviewer there is in any form of media at the moment. It's pretty hard to beat someone like him. That's why they paid him $100 million to get him, and he does a great job. So to get his side of the story and get an actual this is why, this is what I was doing, I had this doctor, and yeah, very cool. So before we get that one done, now onto the fun stuff. September kicking off hard. We've got some announcements. I'm going to go through the list of announcements of what shows are coming up for releases. We'll do that first, and then we got a big leak that happened today, which is a huge one, and how it affects us in the photography world. So first of all, we've got the DJI OM5, which should be getting released today or tonight. That's coming out tonight. I didn't write down the time for that. Sorry, my bad. But that's coming out tonight. Now it's got a telescopic foot on the bottom of this. I'll get him out of here. We're going to have, basically it's going to have that, but this base will telescope out like a normal sort of, I guess, vlogging setup. The magnet on this is fantastic. You can clip it to your phone when you go to when I go hiking, and then I just easily clip it straight on, and it balances really easy, good battery life. I would like to see some more weatherproof weather proofness in this. I don't know if that's the correct word, but yeah, getting that better so I can go out in the rain and stuff with this would be great, because the phones are waterproof. Having this waterproof would be ideal. So that's coming today. The new one of those, just put him back up there. Thanks, Mr. OM4. He's getting old. Now, tomorrow, Sigma, those two contemporary lenses, non-Canon, still those dramas with Canon and the RF mount with third-party suppliers. But they'll be good little lenses, and we'll take a look at them. On the 11th, Shimano, we've got some new reels, new Corrado reel, which looks really good, new Saltus, a couple of others, and a whole rod range as well. That's going to be interesting. We'll have a look at them. Hopefully get some good ideas, and great time because we can sort of get set up, go see Ronnie and the boys at Fish in the Outdoor World, and get those prezzies in early for the Christmas tree for Chrissy, ready to use next year at the Barra Classic. So that's always good. So that's the 11th. That's 12:30. Now, sorry, that Sigma show is tomorrow at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. You can get, these are all YouTube times, and these are all Australian Eastern Standard Times. If you go subscribe to the channel, you'll be able to set a reminder for each show so you don't miss it, depending on which one you want to watch. Now, from the 11th, we jump to Canon. That's on the 14th at 6 p.m. So that's the big one. We know the RF's coming. I've put in all the specs. They're pretty much finalized. It's a 24 megapixel back illuminated sensor. All the other goodies that revolve around that, that's coming. We know we were due for a 16mm. We're going to talk about the 16mm soon, so we'll hold off on that. We know we got 100 to 400 coming, not a contemporary, Sigma, non-L series lens. Super excited about, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that as well with the 16mm, because there's a lot in that. Excuse me. 15th of the 9th at midnight is the Razer show. So if you're into gaming, keyboards, all that gear, Razer's one of the bigger brands. They've got a big release happening on midnight on the 15th here in Australia. And then the big one, I guess, overall tech, Apple, the iPhone event. And I don't know if it's just going to be Apple iPhone event. That's coming at 3 a.m. on the 15th, Australian Eastern, or 1 o'clock for us over here in the morning. So that's a big one. Now, Apple has, well, I guess haven't released much in the last 12 to 18 months. It's been really struggled. COVID has hit them hard. They've done software. They've done some soft launches. It's really nothing that's come out. The 14 to 16-inch MacBook was supposed to get in April. We never got, so we got that. We've got iPads we're due. We've got iPhone 13 we're due. That's going to be a little bit of, there could be some fun stuff on that. I don't think physically it's going to be much different. It's going to be more so some tricks and some different lenses and stuff in there. I guess we'll get a bit more of a clarification. That's harder to get the more accurate info on. But yeah, so they've struggled. So they've got a lot to release. We know they're going to probably do at least 2 to maybe 3 events over the next few months coming up to Christmas. I guess we're going to at least this on the 14th. On the 15th, sorry. I wouldn't be surprised if we get another one at the end of September, that last week of September, going into October, and then maybe one mid-October. That way everyone gets a chance to plan it in, order it, get it ready in time for Christmas. So, look, I think that's probably ideal. So that's 3 o'clock in the morning on the 15th. So not a real good time to be there. I think I'm on night shift, so I'm shift change. So it's probably not too bad. So I'll probably, on that shift change day, I'll probably do a show just to talk about that stuff and the Razer stuff as well. So, yeah, lots happening in Techtember, heaps going. But look, as a photography side, there's a big one coming with that Canon. Leaked today, Amazon dropped the bundle. They put up for sale the new 16mm f2.8 STM lens. And you would have seen on the thumbnail, it's basically the same as the 50mm that's out there, very much similar in size. One of the Canon Rumors readers actually seen it, got a screenshot, ordered it, and has it on order. It's going to arrive October 15th. Very cool. Best news, and best news for multiple reasons, $300 US on Amazon. That is a great price for a lens. It doesn't have IS, but I don't think if you've got an R6 or an R5, You're not going to have to worry. You've got 5 stops of stabilization at least, 8 in the R5, so you should be fine. The RP and the RP and the R, obviously no image stabilization inbuilt, but the 16mm is predominantly probably going to be used on a tripod anyway for landscapes or interior stuff. I don't think that's really going to be one of those things that are going to turn you off. But for 300 US, which is 410 bucks Australian, that is a bar. That's a great price for a Canon lens. RF mount, no adapter. If you've got the same focus as the 24-105, which I've got, which is a fantastically super fast, super quiet, and super sharp lens. If that quality comes into that little 16mm, they're going to sell bucket loads of them. The other side of this, to add on to that, if that's 410 bucks, that means the 100-400 zoom, which is supposed to come out at the same time, it's a non-L series. It's going to have a higher aperture, but it's perfect for me for my panoramas and my landscape stuff. That's actually going to be like possible to purchase. It sort of gives you that feeling of confidence, and I think that's going to, if Canon can pull this off and they can offer a couple of good lenses at a great price, it's going to really do wonders for their branding. I guess there's a lot of people like myself can't afford the $3,000, $4,000 Australian L series lenses. They're just mega dollars. Like the 15 and 35 is like 3,800 bucks. Go to a 1 to 500, you're looking at 5 grand. 82, the 85 is like 4 or 5 grand. It's pretty crazy, that prices, and I can't afford that. And there's a lot of people in we save up for the body. The lenses are the tricky part. So I think it's going to be fantastic for the Canon and for the RF mount. It's going to be huge, huge news. They've got the L's out there for the pros. The pros they're pretty much covered, and they've got other stuff coming. But to that break-in territory for us little guys is a great place to be, and it's fantastic. It's finally getting something to come our way. So awesome, awesome news. So that show is going to be massive. Hopefully we get some other stuff. It'd be nice. We know about 2. It'd be nice to get another couple of lenses on those. They may have something else. I'm sure they'll have something. It's going to be a big show. The R3, we know, is going to be the showstopper. Everyone's talking about it. They've been talking about it for months. Yeah, heaps coming in September. Super excited. Stay with us on the channel. I'll try and keep you up to date with everything that's happening for this month and the next couple of months, because I think it's going to be one of those years where we get a lot this year because of what happened last year and with everything else in this crazy, crazy world. Okie doke. I will see you tomorrow, I reckon. It sounds like fun. Okie doke. If you're coming this way, that way, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.